Good afternoon and a warm welcome to Kirkwall Grammar School here in Orkney as we are here to witness in the men's football competition at the 20th Island Games here in Kirkwall. A game between the local hosts Orkney and the island of Hitra. Promises to be a fascinating game. Lovely conditions here again once more in these northern islands in the north of Scotland. The pitch is absolutely immaculate. And I am joined in the commentary box by Robert Adamson, a former Shetland Islands player who has represented Shetland in the games and also been strongly involved in Orkney football. Warm welcome to you, Robert.
Good afternoon, Matt.
Lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
So we will run through the starting teams first of all, just to give you a flavour. Starting for the hosts in Orkney, in goal is number 1, Liam Valentine. 2, Daniel Hurston. 4, Owen Rendell is the captain. 8, Jay Fubister. 5, Wayne Kirkness. 10, Toby McLeod. 11, Owen Young. 15, Aidan Drever. 18, Connor Rendell. 19, Jimmy Craigie. 20, George Ewing. That is the starting 11 for Hitra. Please excuse some of the pronunciations on these names. If I get them wrong, please let us know. In goal, number 1, Jesper Blashberg. Number 3, Ludwig Heschnes. 4, Vettel Overland Romald. 5, Mats Oliver Björkan. 6, Jonas Veltrup. 7, Sindre Heggen Johansson. 8, Erik Jorgensen. 10, Sander Stadsvik. 16, Johan Slatvik Andersen. 21, Erland Bakeng. And 22, Anders Sorthebo. Well, Hitra, one of the smaller islands representing here in these island games. Population of 4,200, just over. 62 athletes taking part for them today. So, Robert, you had the fortune to witness Hitra playing yesterday. Can you give us a little bit of background into what Orkney can expect to face today?
Okay, there's quite apart from the goalkeeper, there's quite a big side and physical, but they do have some playmakers, especially the centre of the pitch, and quick forwards on the outside right area, and they fairly matched Isle of Man yesterday, who are a big, strong, physical, dominant team with an excellent squad. So they did compete up to about the 60th minute, but then they got a man sent off, and unfortunately the game went backwards for there. But I'm expecting a very tough match for Orkney today, a vast difference from last night. There'll be very much more of a match and a challenge for Orkney.
Well, you pointed out before we joined the stream, Mats Oliver Björkan, Hitra's number 5, as a player to watch.
Yeah, a lovely left foot, takes a great first touch, willing to take the ball over the pitch, works hard. Key player for Hitra today. I'll be sure that Charlie, who watched the game yesterday with his coaching staff, will be well aware of him.
Well, Orkney themselves are lined up in a 4-5-1 stroke 4-3-3 formation. Can you pick us out any players to have a look for in the Orkney lineup?
Absolutely. I mean, fair play. He knows he's got 3 games in 4 days, so he has rotated some of it. Aidan Drevers has been having an excellent season with East, who normally sits in midfield in the holding role, does everything simple well. Obviously, we've got George Ewan, who is a young talent, recently scored in Shetland and junior inter-county, and Toby McLeod, who's getting the nod, is a player to watch who comes forward and creates and scores goals.
Well, we'll have a little talk about your experience in the Island Games. Obviously, from my point of view, this is my first time attending an Island Games. As you've been to a few yourself, what's the experience like as an athlete?
It's an absolutely fantastic experience. The bonding between you and your teammates that it creates, because you're working together. You've got 3 games in a short period, so you have to work as a team, and that's the key. So fitness comes into it, but also team spirit, and I'm seeing that all over the games that I've seen Shetland yesterday, Gozo and Isle of Man, etc., and you can see the team spirit. But as an athlete, it's fantastic. You're just treated so well, and the locals are all very, welcoming, and it makes you feel like $1 million.
It certainly does. I've been made very welcome here by all the locals I have met up here in Orkney so far. Well, we'll talk some more about the football. Orkney ladies yesterday played on this very same pitch. Their debut in this International Island Games at Full Stop. They've never entered a team before, and they got a win, 3-1 against Froyer. Their standout player was Abby Coulthard. Scored 2 goals. Plays Ross County, I believe, in the Ladies Highland League.
Local talent, great touch, and scored a beautiful goal yesterday, chipping the keeper. I believe it was lovely.
It was, yes.
This place was absolutely pinned to see it, so she'll be delighted.
Yes, it was a very good start and a very enthusiastic crowd, which was great to see as well. Also, myself, I witnessed Jersey ladies taking on Bermuda ladies. That was a cracking game of football up in Doon Bay. A very good game. Bermuda finally turned it around, 1-0 down at half-time to a superb goal from Anita Tavares for the Channel Islanders, but Bermuda pulled it back, although there was some controversy in that. If you tune into Cymru Sport channels, you will find the interviews from Jersey coach Chad Morris after that, discussing the controversies that went on regarding a couple of penalty incidents. But we all know, Robert, this is how football goes. There's no VAR here, and the game can turn on fine margins, can't it?
It can. I mean, example of that was yesterday's game as well, where Hitra had a decision only for a yellow, which both myself and Gertran thought was a straight red. And then minutes later, the same fellow who was involved in the incident, unfortunately, I think it was Selvig, went. It was on a fine margin at that point, because it was only 4-2, and if they'd have got the next goal, they could have gone back into it. But after that, they cruised.
Well, Evan Hammerhaug Selvig is the man who was missing from the squad today, along with a couple of others, including Ruben Volan. And just looking at my list here, they have not brought a couple of players over that were listed on their team sheet. The substitutes today for Hitra are Alexander Glostad, Imre Esmes Myron, that's a famous name in Scandinavian football, Myron. And also on the bench for Orkney, we have number 3, Jason Scott, 6, Callan Jessamine, 7, Joe Wilson, 9, Jamie Flett, 12, Stephen Hallowell, 14, Lee Rendell, 16, Liam Delday, and 17, Kyle Drever. And also 23, Cameron McConaughey. Well, we seem to have a slight delay to kick off here at the moment. Sizable crowd in attendance once again. Although the wind has picked up today, the sun is still out and it's still quite warm. Perfect conditions for football.
Absolutely.
Although the aerial ball might be a bit of a no-no today.
Yeah, the Orkney lads will be definitely used to these conditions, so they'll be looking to get it on the deck and move it quickly.
I think these more windy conditions will suit the island teams more than the heat, which seem to favour the teams like Bermuda, who are more used to it. And Bermuda certainly stamped their mark on the men's competition yesterday. We were made to work hard by the Western Isles.
Yep. Rumour mill an outside chance of winning this tournament, Bermuda. A few people have watched them training, and now in the game yesterday, I heard it in very good authority from my friend Brian Firth that they were excellent.
They certainly were, and pointed out to me that a couple of players actually play in the English semi-professional system, and I did check that out, playing for Binfield FC in Berkshire. So there's a little statistic for you. Brighton Morrison was one of them, and their goalkeeper. So not playing at a bad level.
Not at all. That's good company.
Well, we're still waiting the teams to come out.
That's them just appearing in the tunnel now.
The teams are finally coming out. So we're ready to go here as the sounds of the anthem of the Island Games starts to play around the stadium. We are prepared for a fantastic occasion here at Kirkwall Grammar School.
Yeah, I think Hitra have changed. Obviously, that must be their away strip. They're in the white. Yeah, they were in the green yesterday, so Orkney in the traditional red, I believe here, is it?
The Orkney team are still to come out of the pitch, but the Heatra team have entered the pitch, as Roberts has stated, in their change strip of all white, red socks. As for Orkney, we're still waiting to be graced with their presence.
It might be the other way about. It might be they went in green and Orkney have changed to white, actually. So total faux pas for me there.
Orkney are on the pitch. They are in green. Change of kit for them today from their traditional red.
No, Orkney. I think Orkney in white, and Heatra are in green.
Right, thank you, Robert.
Sorry.
That's okay.
We're quite a distance away, so...
Yes, we are. Yes, we are a fair distance from the pitch here. So it is quite difficult to see, and not sticking to the script with their kits, are they?
No, they're not. Actually, for note, is that Heatra have got a smaller goalkeeper who started very nervously yesterday, and they were 2 down after 5-8 minutes, with them being a bit hesitant at the back between the number 4 and the keeper. So I hope that they've spoken and they get a bit tighter moving forward for themselves.
He does look quite small in stature for a goalkeeper, certainly compared to Orkney's number 1, Liam Valentine. Can you tell us anything about Liam Valentine?
Yeah, Liam Valentine's a well-established goalkeeper. He's been setting the county set-up for a number of years. An excellent keeper, a great pair of hands to have between the sticks. Made several key saves in Milne Cups and Cup games for Orkney. So very experienced, very good trainer, and a great talker at the back.
Are there any players in the Orkney squad making their debuts in the Island Games this year, Robert?
As far as I know, I think Jay Fubister is a cap, and if Island Games, there'll be quite a lot. I don't know exactly, but pretty much most of them, because they wouldn't have played in the Island Games before. Let's see, Owen Young possibly, and Toby McLeod too. George Ewan obviously, certainly, because he would be too young.
Well, regarding obviously Orkney and Heatra are non-FIFA affiliated, so where do Orkney find their competition? I assume they play regular matches against Shetland, Western Isles et al? Yeah,
they've got a yearly tournament against Shetland in the Milne Cup. They also play tournaments over the water, local teams from just across the water in Wick. They play a trophy there and a shield. And there was a tournament a couple of years back from a local affiliation for the associations. So they can get plenty of games round about.
Well, it looks like we're finally ready to go here. Just completing the pre-match formalities. The referee is dropping the ball in the centre circle. Orkney in their change strip of all white, Heatra in green. Or is that the other way around? I can't remember.
Yeah, let's just roll the dice, see what happens there.
Heatra in green.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
White socks.
So as we look at the pitch from the commentary position, for those of you listening on streams and on radio, the teams are switching around. So it will be Heatra playing from left to right as we look at it, and Orkney playing from right to left. As the referee has completed formalities, quick change of end, and the Heatra team go into a huddle. They need a result here if they're going to stand any chance of going through.
Absolutely, it's a key game for both teams. I don't think any of the two of them will be wanting to be going in against the last game, not being getting another victory. And Orkney as well, they'll be looking to put to bed this game so that they can perhaps rest a few for the last game. We'll see what happens, but I expect a very close game.
Well, with the hosts ready to go, it looks like it is Heatra to kick off. Just awaiting the referee's whistle. Slight delay to kick off, but we'll be underway very shortly. And we're away. And it's Heatra in possession early on. This ball is sent straight down the middle. Nice early touch for Liam Valentine, getting his hands on the ball early. Heatra trying that long ball to try and test the defenders, but overhit that one. As Valentine sends the ball forward, flicked on in the middle. Tackle comes in, and Orkney have won it, and they could have a break down the right-hand side here. Slight miscontrol there, but he kept the ball. Petra pressing in very fast and very hard, and they're breaking away down the left side. Chance here. Romold holds the ball up. Roman nudges his player off the ball. And the ball goes out of play. It's a throw-in to Orkney.
You can already see it's going to be a challenge in that middle of the park. There's going to be some battles in there.
Heatra set their stall out early there. They got 3 men rapidly around the ball, pressing hard. It'll be tight for Orkney to get out of if that continues. Space here now. Flicked into the middle. Sanderbo controls it. It's cleared away. Played back in, but headed away once more. A little bit of head tennis in the middle of the park. But chipped over the top, and again, too much on that. It comes into the right wing channel, and it's collected by Orkney, sent into the left-hand channel. Good hold-up play once more. Play some little triangles. Well, the ball has managed to slip through, and there's a chance here for Owen Young to get the cross in, but he's held up. Second chance, though. Here comes for Jimmy Craigie. Craigie's cross is blocked. Craigie has the ball again, tackled this time.
Yeah, it looks like Aidan Drever's replaced Kyle Drever at the back. They're going to a flat back 4 and pushing the fullbacks on the outside.
Well, early pressure there from Heatra forced Craigie into that mistake to lose the ball, and it's a throw in to Heatra. Sindre Johansson will take for them. Works it up the channel, flicked on. Collected down by the right-hand corner flag, but a tackle comes in from Owen Rendell. Orkney's captain, of course.
You can see the wind's difficult to play. It's coming across the pitch. If you don't get your first touch right, you're going to lose your possession.
It certainly makes things more difficult to try and play higher balls for sure. The throw in is taken to the edge of the area, headed away once again by Rendell. So Heatra will try again from the right-hand side with a throw. As you might hear on the microphones, the wind is picking up significantly. As Heatra have gone shorter with this throw in, but the tackles comes in. And it's away, and this will be collected. Oh, lost out there. Toby McLeod couldn't hold on to it. Heatra try and play their way down the right-hand side, but once more, Owen and Craigie between them. Shut down the space and get the throw in away. Referee calls a halt in play.
The linesman's tip of his flags fell off. Shows you how much the wind's blowing his flag.
Almost took it out of his hands there, didn't it?
Well, we'd better watch if there's any steam rockets coming round the corner.
In comes the throw. Head tennis once more. Headed away by Craigie, not too far. Plays it back. Craigie's clearance. Does find an Orkney man, and that's better.
Yeah, unlucky. He's just
again,
stood there.
Just slipped over right at the death there. It's Owen Young. Toby McLeod, good knockdown back for Young. Young slips it into the channel looking for McLeod, but he's fouled in the process. And then takes a hack.
Yeah, about handbags there.
Johan Stavik Anderson there.
You see the captain today? 16.
Johan Anderson.
Yeah, I think
yes,
he's
he
wearing
has
the
the
armband.
armband on.
Yeah. I think it was accidental. He just tripped over his leg at the end there.
A free kick to Orkney on their left-hand side. Aidan Drever just plays it short back to Valentine. Gets the ball back, looks ahead, slips the ball into the channel. And looking for McLeod once more. The ball's taken a nick though and gone the wrong way. There's a chance to clear here for Sindre Johansson. And it's blocked. Johansson tries again and again. Can't get anything on the clearance, so McLeod has the chance to hold this and does so. And Orkney try and switch to the right-hand side. Dan Hurston is held up, but he's managed to get out of it. Heatra have bodies around the ball again. But then once again, they've passed themselves into trouble, Heatra, and Orkney almost got that ball across, but it's been cleared. Orkney need to try and get hold of this possession now. And they do that by going back to their goalkeeper, playing safely. So an even start, Robert.
Very even. I think both teams are trying to get round the outside and look for the wingers to keep the front stretched. And they're doing very well, but again, just need to put the foot in the ball a bit more, make sure of the passing, a bit more movement on it.
Well, as that clearance from a Heathrow defender lands at the feet of Wayne Kirkness. He was only able to put that into touch. So, throw in taken quickly by Heathrow, and they're moving it fast on the left side, but once more.
They'll be feeling pretty good, Heathrow, because they haven't lost a goal, so a better start than yesterday.
Well, early goals can always put you on the back foot and make you think about how you want to change your shape, certainly.
Yeah. Well, they didn't subside after that. They come right back at Isle of Man, so they've done well. As I say, it'll be a very close game.
Well, Isle of Man, of course, always a strong team in this tournament.
Very strong.
And they brought a significant number of athletes to participate in everything else as well.
Yeah. The biggest thing I seen yesterday, the players they brought on were absolutely equally as good as the guys that was on the starting lineup. So they have got a very strong squad.
Well, back to the play. The ball is sent over the top, and there's a foot race on here.
Yeah, well marshalled.
Had to be well marshalled there. Aidan Drever had to get his body between his man and the ball. As Eric Jorgensen pressed in.
Yeah, it's never easy.
Drever won the foot race and got it away. But he has given Heathrow a throw in down by their left-hand corner flag. Looked like a foul throw that, and it has been given.
Yep, well spotted, ref.
Little Romond was the man there. Didn't get the ball behind his head fully. The referee spotted it. Lots of referees seem to let that go at this level. And there were certainly a few yesterday in the Jersey and Bermuda women's game that I noticed, certainly. But the linesman and referee didn't. And we have a stoppage in play here.
Has Aidan picked up a knock, is he saying?
Looks like Aidan Drever has picked up a knock.
He says he's asking him if he's wanting to go down and get some treatment, but I think he's okay.
We are back underway with a throw into Orkney on the right-hand side. Thrown up the line, intercepted by Matt Spierkamp. The man who Robert rated as the one to watch in the Heathrow team.
Yeah, it was he did an excellent game yesterday, despite the result.
Orkney keep working up that right-hand side, pinching some yards off the throw-in. They'll have another go here. Heathrow holding their shape. Mo McLeod, good chest down and pass back, but again, Dan Hurston is quickly closed down. Forces another throw. Hurston himself takes it, flicked on, and headed on at the second ask by Georgie Ewing. Heathrow managed to get it away, but there's a chance now for a shot comes in, left-footed effort from Owen Rendall with a deflection. He's taking it wide and across. He's put over and behind the goal.
Yep.
First.
I think he did try and I did think he tried to pick out the man in the middle, but he just never really got the contact he required.
It was a difficult ball to control.
It did. I think it took a spin off the defender's leg when he made the challenge outside the box.
Well, that was the first sniff of a chance in the game, and it fell to Orkney's captain, Owen Rendall. It needed a block. That shot was certainly travelling. So Jesper Blasberg prepares to take this goal kick. When you look at him in the goals, he looks even smaller.
Yeah, he is. He made a couple of good saves yesterday, actually, to bolster his confidence. I would pretty much say that he just did a poor start.
Well, a long ball forward there comes to nothing for Heathrow, but the referee has blown for something here.
Yeah, I think it's a corner, took a deflection.
Taking a flick off an Orkney head, so first corner
Jimmy
of the
Craig
game.
Come off. I think it's Jimmy Craig in the wide area.
First corner of the game goes to Heathrow.
Be interesting to see if they've got a set piece.
Well, Mats Björkan is the man to take it.
With this wind, hopefully he'll take that into consideration and not overhit it.
Let's see what he can produce here.
Beautiful
Decent ball at the near post.
Beautiful
And flicked
corner.
home.
I think
Flicked home at the near post, and it's 1-0 to Hitra.
I'm not sure if that was an OG actually.
It looked like an own goal to me.
Wayne Kirtness,
It's
I think, at the
being
front
claimed
post.
by a Hitra player, but I think that was an own goal
Yeah,
off an Orkney defender's head at the near post.
I think it was Wayne Kirtness that was there, and he was just challenging, but the chap just got a nick in front of him, and it just hit the top of his head, unfortunately.
Well, Björkan's corner was utterly perfect for the conditions.
Yeah, sweet, as I say.
Curled out, and the wind brought it in, swung it in.
Just got a bit of quality in that foot he has.
Well, from that delivery, you can certainly see he has. And from nowhere, the hosts are 1-0 behind here. We will await confirmation of the goal scorer.
Yeah, maybe they're giving it to the corner kicker. I'm not sure, but we certainly thought we've seen a flick. It did change direction upwards.
Well, I think Jonas Veltrup was the man trying to claim it at the near post, but I don't think he got a touch.
Always a striker claiming a goal, eh?
Always. We're back underway here at Orkney with work to do. 1-0 to Hitra. Good tackle comes in, strong challenge that one, gets Orkney the ball. And then a shoulder charge off the ball, shouts for a free kick, but the referee allows play to go on. As Björkan gets the ball to the left-hand side, chipped over the top, no flag up. Oh, it almost bought, the bounce could have caught Liam Valentine out there, but he read it just in time.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite a tactic for Hitra, because number 4, Remold, was actually playing at the back yesterday. So he's playing maybe a big target man. They went for a bit of strength through the middle.
Always check the big man up top if all else fails.
Yep.
Very old school, that, isn't it,
It
Robert?
is. It's the old Watford plan, Route 1.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it in these conditions. You know, you just want to cut out the midfield and just play it up. It can work.
Absolutely.
As long as he's got a good first touch and you can bring the players round about him into play. But plenty of time for Orkney to get back into this. And if they're going to score this early, it's going to be the way to do it, because they know they've got plenty of time to get back into it.
Well, lots of time left for Orkney to try and turn this around. As Hitra
Look as though they've taken a bit of confidence for that, to be honest. Starting to put their foot on the ball a bit.
They've tried that long ball forward again into the channel, but it's just over-hitting at the moment.
Yep.
That pass from Veltrup was over-hit. So Liam Valentine elects to keep it on the deck for his team. A chance for Orkney to get some possession here. Here's the captain, Rendall.
Yep.
Hitra looking at the shape so far. Well, they close down quickly. Mats Björkan fouls.
Yep.
And it's a free kick to Orkney, about 10 yards inside their own half.
It looks as though George Ewan is playing in number 10 row, and there's 2 up top, and then Jay Fubister in the centre, alongside Owen Rendell. And Jay's continually moving, so he's trying to get a bit of space in there to pick it up. Need to start getting the ball into feet.
McLeod won the flick on from the header from that free kick, but nobody was able to get onto it, and Jesper Blashberg drops the ball at his feet. Plays it simple this time. Hitra try and work down the left. A neat little 1-2 there. The referee has blown. Looks like the ball crossed the line. It's a throw into Orkney. Over on that right-hand side. Chipped in to that right-hand channel, but easy for Veltrup to head away. Smacked over the top, and again it's overhit, straight through to Valentine. Orkney are playing a high line. I think that's the right decision in this win, Rob.
Yeah, definitely. They're catching them out. They're too far away and they're too far apart for anything to create. Over the top, it would need to be an almost impossible pass.
Well, Rendell tries to chip it
lovely
over the
touch.
top, and he's found his tap. That was a great touch from George Ewing McLeod.
He was very unlucky
Goes
there.
in,
He
but
took an
Ewing
excellent first touch, didn't he?
trying to retrieve the second pass from McLeod. George Ewing Just fouls his defender. It was a lovely touch bringing that ball out of the air.
Beautiful. He tried the wee 1-2, you know, round about. So, but fair play to the defender. He was aware of it, and he got his body in between him and the ball. Unfortunately, the only thing George had to do was bring him down.
Blashberg. That's a decent kick. Sends it long. It's almost reached the Orkney area, and the clearance doesn't get a lot of distance. Has to be headed away. And it's allowed to go out of play. Johan Andersson just gets his body in the way to stop a challenge and earns Heater a throw. So Sindre Johansson will have another go. Already had a couple of long throws, Johansson.
Yeah.
Let's see if we'll wind up again and try this. Gets it to the edge of the box, headed away. McLeod tries to hold it up, flicks it back. And Orkney clear their lines. There's plenty of time now for Ludwig Hessnes to get that back to his keeper.
Yeah, good experience there. You knew how he made the angle for the keeper to play it to him. And then George has got a decision to make. Does he go there?
Blashberg almost played his man back into
beautiful.
trouble with Hessnes,
Lovely
but he's done really well there. Done
Beautiful
really well.
play. Back post, it's probably going to go.
Johansson, he's advancing on goal, drops a dummy, goes around the challenge, he's got a chance, bends it, just wide with the outside of the boot.
My goodness.
That
he just
was a
kept
chance.
going. They've got to come to him. Nobody came to him, and he had the freedom in the city, ran right into the box.
Well, it was a weak challenge from Aidan Drever. Just seemed to go to ground a bit too early.
Yeah, there was space opened up for him. He was very unlucky. He just couldn't get the outside of the foot round to get it, curl it round Valentine. Very good chance, but it went wide, so live another day.
Orkney breathe again. And they're still chasing a 1-goal deficit, but Hitra in the ascendancy here. They've had a couple of chances since they scored.
Starting to put their foot in the ball and create.
Ball's taken into the corner by Johan Andersson. Tackle is come in.
They must have heard you talking about the long ball and they've stopped playing it.
Maybe there's someone on YouTube sending them WhatsApps on the pitch. Another throw to Hitra on this right-hand side. Once more, Sindre Johansson presses against the fence, sends it in, flicked away, but that's an Orkney head sending it towards goal. Tackles come in on the edge of the box, and Orkney try and get it away, but they're crowded out once more, get the ball forward looking for McLeod. Again, Ludwig Hessnes is in the right place, but the ball's broken clear. Can Dan Houston retrieve this? He can't, but he's earned his team a throw. McLeod holds it up under pressure from Hessnes.
Yeah, good play.
Good layoff by McLeod.
Really nice.
And the attempted cross is blocked. Oh, the linesman has given a goal kick. That looked for all the world like a corner there, Rob.
Definite corner for me, but I doubt that he never got the brown envelope.
We're not the men in black, are we?
No, definitely not. No, who would have their job? Yeah, but excellent play with Toby there. He held it up lovely and played it in behind the fullback. And unfortunately, by the skin of his teeth, he got a by kick. But need more of that. Need more to put it in and get him into play and get the front two working and pressing on. But it's not happened yet, but I'm sure it will.
Well, Orkney
it's a great
picked out
ball.
the goal kick, and that's
Two
a
of them
nice
linked
little
again.
flick from George Ewing as McLeod is
he's
fouled, and the referee has given a penalty.
Yep, pulled him.
McLeod didn't go down, but his shirt was pulled. And Toby McLeod, who has shown some nice touches and link-up play early on for Orkney, has earned his side a penalty.
Just as I said before there, the two of them, just first time they've actually got in behind, and he got the right side of the number four, was it? Who was it for
Vettel Romont.
Vettel, yeah. And he got the wrong side of him, and unfortunately he had a wee tug at him. Not enough for a booking, no, but
oh, I think that's a fair.
Yeah.
They're just pulling the shirt, and it's Jay Fubister will step up and take this penalty kick for Orkney.
I'm sure Jay will tuck this away.
Well, yes, but Blashberg. They say keepers try and make themselves look big on spot kicks, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. I'm being incredibly critical of him, aren't I, for his height?
Yeah. Best things come in small packages.
That's what they say.
Yes.
Well, as we await the referee to give us the go-ahead for this penalty.
On Jay, took it away.
Up steps Fubester, right-footed.
Yeah,
Sends the keeper the wrong way and gets that equaliser for Orkney. Jay Fubester has made it 1-1 from the penalty spot. Well, you did say, Robert, he would score that.
Yeah, he gave him the eyes and he just watched the keeper and put it the other side. Waited for him to dive and put it the other side, so absolutely. Comfortable enough. Shows a lot of confidence.
Absolutely.
Fair experience. Plays for Thorfinn.
Well, good play all round from Orkney there for the link-up play between Ewing and McLeod. And the calm finish from the spot from Fubester. And for all their positive start, Heathrow find themselves level once more.
Yeah, Toby McLeod will be loving George buzzing about him. If he can get the ball into his chest or feet or knees, he'll hold it up and he can turn himself, but George will always be there or thereabouts. So that's a potent partnership there, and it proved that point just before it when I was saying to get it into feet and buzzing about the back three. Heathrow, that's the first time they've really been tested, and then they've managed to get a penalty and a goal out. Yeah.
Well,
hopefully
from the kick-off, Heathrow have lost possession here.
Yep.
And they're trying to get it. Owen Young working down the left-hand side. Young stands on the ball, two men around him, tries to flick it ahead, looking for Ewing, but it's cleared. Headed back in. McLeod nods it on for Ewing. He's onside. Just couldn't control that ball at the second attempt.
Yeah, just crowded out there. Again, they two linking. It's a good sign for Orkney.
They seem to have a good understanding between each other.
But both of them are ball players. They want to get it into feet. They want to create. They want to try and take their man on and be direct. So that's what you really need in a game like this. We've got plenty of space if they get left 1-on-1, and I'm sure they'll do the business.
Well, Heathrow sending the long ball down the right-hand channel. They've earned a throw-in.
Oh,
there's a...
oh my goodness.
There was hands up in the back there, but the referee hasn't spotted it. Neither has the linesman. And the clearance has come off a Heathrow player, and the Heathrow player's appeal for the push there.
But he's not even given the corner. Oh no.
No, it wasn't a corner.
Was that a free kick?
The clearance took a hit off a Heathrow player. But for all the world, it looked like Owen Rendell had his hands in the back.
He definitely
of his man, and certainly made a shoving movement.
Well,
I've seen a penalty given for far less yesterday.
Got away with one there, I think.
I think so.
But we'll say no more about it. It's done, dusted.
Absolutely not. No bias at all.
No,
here.
no, none.
McLeod flick on is cleared, but once again, food and drink for Liam Valentine to take.
Yep.
No Heathrow player anywhere near that getting that ball. Orkney are doing the right thing for the conditions, trying to keep the ball on the ground.
They are. They're moving the team from side to side, waiting for the spaces to open rather than play the long ball. Into feet, pass and move. Again.
This time trying to chip over the top, looking for McLeod. Veltrup in the right place, just gets it back to his keeper. Gets the ball back from his number one. Picks his head up, takes his time this time. Is he going to send it long? He does. Tries some ball through the middle, but it's headed away by Rendell. Again, looking for McLeod, but he's crowded out. And Heathrow try and break, but the clearance comes in. Wayne Kirkness hits it into the air.
I think you've seen a prime example there of why number 4's moved for the back up front. But when the ball came in there, he really didn't show the forwards instinct to get himself in front of the centre half, Wayne Kirkness, to collect the ball, to bring other people into play. So,
well, it's a unique position being a striker. You need to create as well as score goals.
Yeah.
But defenders are never particularly creative.
No.
And Toby McLeod picked the ball up there from that throw-in.
Nice cross to the back post. I think he had more time than he thought he could have, possibly trying to take a touch on it.
Well, he delivered a decent ball, and Owen Young did manage to get some header on target, but not enough to trouble Blossberg.
I would say at this moment it's been a pretty even game. They both had spells. And after the goal, Orkney I've seen to have picked up a little and put their foot on it a bit more.
Well, Heathrow lost the ball twice in succession in possession there. Almost gave Orkney a chance to attack in the final third. They succeed in getting it away.
Yeah.
And Orkney now have the chance to build from the back once more as Kirkness carries it forward. Chips it towards the penalty box, and again it does hold up in that air.
It does.
Headed away by Fubister.
Oh, he's got the break there.
The bounce has come through, and there could be a
great
shot.
ball.
Oh, it's
Online, I don't think he read that, George.
collected by Erlin back end and clears it at the second attempt. Good control there from Jorgensen. There could be a chance to slip it through, and he's onside. Oh, the linesman raises the flag a little bit late.
A late shout there.
It was Vettel Rommeld, the man we've been talking about, who was playing in defence yesterday.
Yeah.
Looked from my angle like he was onside, but the linesman has said otherwise.
He might possibly have been level.
It's all about your field of vision.
You've got a better view than me, to be honest.
I actually have a blue net in the way blocking some of mine, but we have a little pause here while the players take a drinks break. It's currently Orkney 1. He's Hitra 1. I almost called them Hitra.
Pretty even game, I would say.
Very much so.
And but it's up to one of the teams to really dominate and take possession of the ball and win this game, and it's there for the winning. Both teams are kind of standoffish and perhaps playing a bit more defensive. Certainly Hitra is a distinct 5-4-1 shape. So maybe learned for yesterday that they're thinking, you know, keep it tight and stay in the game as long as they can. But Orkney, certainly with the home crowd, should take this game to them.
Well, Orkney has certainly been better in the possession.
Yeah.
As Hitra, using the longer ball tactic, have had the break from a set piece. And the players have completed their refreshment. So they are back on the pitch now.
Yep.
As Robert said, very even.
Good match, and there's battles are opening up all over the pitch. Hitra's defence, not one of them's coming in man marking George Ewan, or man marking Toby McLeod, but I think they might have a chat at half time, see who's picking up more, because they are getting the freedom to run across the back four.
Well, George Ewing is certainly finding little pockets of space.
Yeah.
And McLeod has dropped out to the right wing to collect the ball. And done well with a good touch once again. Fubister.
Yep.
Defenders around him. The ball, unfortunately for Fubister, goes out of play on that right-hand side. But this is a chance for Orkney to press in. It's about 5 yards from the corner flag. On the Hitra left-hand side. That looked again like a foul throw, but
It was very close to him, wasn't it?
it's cleared by Vettel Rommeld. And Orkney collect it again down the right-hand side with McLeod, staying out wide. The shaggy head number 10. Houston tries to get the ball back to McLeod, but crowded out by bodies, has to slide in, make the tackle, so that gives Hitra a throw-in. Good movement from McLeod, dropping out wide to look to collect the ball, and Ewing filling that pocket of space behind him.
Yeah. Been the two men in this half so far who look like certainly the danger for Orkney.
Well, Hitra and Orkney in succession on throw-ins have been unable to make anything of them.
No.
So we revert back to a throw-in for Hitra on the left-hand side. As Rommel tries to flick it on, but only into the body of an Orkney defender. So Hitra try again, thrown into the left-hand channel. Oh, they've nudged the defender off the ball, could get the ball, oh, just ahead of Rommel. Valentine comes out and does well. He had to smother that ball. Oh, he's thrown in it.
Oh, dear me. Just
after
caught him.
doing a good save,
But
the ball was put back into the area. And as Vettel Rommel went to control the pass, Liam Valentine slid in. Rommel just knocked the ball past him. And Valentine has caught him. It's a penalty to Hitra, second penalty of the game.
Actually working as a defender, his centre-half's touch here actually took it away for the keeper for him to challenge and make the foul.
Yes. He certainly wouldn't have got on the end of that.
No.
But he has earned his team a spot kick here.
Again, initially the mistake did come from Owen Rendell, who tried to shield the ball out of play for a throw or a by kick, but the guy got in behind him,
Yes.
rather than maybe just clearing it out for a throw in.
Well, Sander Stadvik was the man who left Owen Rendell looking, and it looks like it's Mats Björkan, the man who set up the first goal, or possibly scored it, we're still not sure. Björkan, left-footed, tucks it away confidently, and has restored the lead for Hitra.
Yeah, it was out of nothing. Just clear your lines there, and it's you know, just put it out for a throw, regroup. But it's done now. As I say, it's still the first half. Plenty of chances in this game yet.
Well, just as Orkney were looking the more likely
They were
to take the lead, a mistake has proved costly for them. Hitra trot back into their own half after celebrating with a small group in the corner.
Yeah. You can see Hitra there when they got forward. They are flooding forwards when they come, so they've obviously discussed having the one up top needs support quickly. So you could see once they got in behind, 3 or 4 bodies immediately ran into the box.
Yes, indeed.
It's a good, you know, if they're going to do that, that's fine, because the 4-5-1 formation needs that. That's a great ball with Jerkan again.
Mistake from Aidan Drevos, conceded possession cheaply, and Glorstadt pulls a cross in. Deep cross on the right is a good one. This will be collected on the far side by Sotheby. And he earns his team a throw in. Down tight by that Hitra left-hand side, corner flag. Ball is taken quickly. Rommel tries to flick it over his head, but only succeeds in diverting that one out of play.
Yeah, I think Big Rommel should just lay it back. Do sell the easy thing there.
Well, normally the big man up front is expected to win physical challenges, head the ball on, and I think Rommel is trying to over-egg his pudding as such, trying to do things that he's not capable of.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Well, Valentine's goal kick doesn't get much distance on it thanks to the wind. And Owen Rendell has to put that ball over the touchline. It's a throw into Hitra midway in the Orkney half on the left-hand side.
Yep.
Again, a foul throw. That's the third time. Second
Jesus.
time he's been caught, but the third time he looks like he's given one.
I mean, you're not really fizzing as a manager going back in. That's primary school stuff, you know.
Absolutely. You never expect a player at this level to give away a foul throw. So Orkney send the ball up the line. Ewing tries to pressure, but it's cleared. Collected and pumped forward. Ball hangs in the air. Blashberg comes to the edge of his box and gathers that one. Owen Young was hoping to get on the end of it, but he couldn't, as the ball forward is headed away by Aidan Drever. Hitra get possession in the Orkney half once more. And they're building down this left-hand side as Hurston goes in for the tackle. As does Conan Rendell, not Cameron.
Oh, lovely.
Good challenge there from Dan Hurston once more. Gets the ball away and gives another throw into Hitra on the left-hand side. For those listening on the visual screen, I am being extra descriptive, as this stream is also going out on radio on Cymru Sport, just as you know, and Cymru Sport will be bringing you radio and live stream coverage of several games in this tournament. If you tune in to cymrusport.cymru website, all the stream information is on there for you. Back to the game.
There's a chance to pick a pass now for Jay.
Oh, Frobisher looked like he had a good break on and then just rolled the ball straight into a clutch of Hitra bodies. And it's time for the Arctic Islanders. They'll keep possession here. Just taking their time in possession. Owen Young tries a 1-2, but it doesn't come off. And Hitra get the ball back. And again, take their time. That's a good ball to the skipper in the middle of the park, Johan Andersson. Plays it square, flick through, tackle comes in, and the referee has blown for something after Young collected that ball, drop ball. Not sure why, but we're back underway.
I think he maybe just caught him there, but it wasn't a big.
Young,
I don't think Aiden was even claiming for it, so but there you are.
Hitra hold their shape and force the Orcadian ball back to the defence. Trying to chip into that channel, looking for Ewing. Doesn't come off.
They're sitting deep with the shape, and they're picking up, and there's virtually no space in front for the back defence to hit. So somebody's got to make movement to create that. Look just a little bit static at the moment, Orkney. Need to work a bit harder to make the space.
Well, I witnessed the Bermuda men's team and the women's team yesterday, and they both played in a very similar style where they play short kicks from the goalkeeper to fullbacks into either their own 6-yard box or the penalty box, and literally play the ball around, trying to stretch the play as much as you can. And you find teams do switch off and open up the space, and they had especially the women, they had a rapid fullback, Eva Goodchild, who assisted Bermuda's first goal for the women. It was a very good assist as well. But it was just a question of being patient for them.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe that's what Orkney need here too.
Yep.
Hitra in possession now. As Eric Jorgensen turns on the ball, sends it up the left side. Little back heel, trying to find Jorgensen again, but Dan Huston is there once more, gets it away. Hitra back in possession with Rommel.
That's a super pass.
Good pass, chipped out to the right-hand side. Glorstadt whips the ball across, but collected on the edge of the area by Rendell and cleared high into the air. McLeod gets a little touch on it, but not able to find a teammate. So the boat plays the ball ahead into the left-hand channel, and Hurston has to clear once more. It's back with Hurston from a 1-2. He clears. McLeod, 2 men around him, can't get a flick on this one. Shouts that he was shoved off the ball. Rommel battling with the centre half, and Hurston has to win a foot race and does so against Southerboat.
Just winning their battles a wee bit. The vast majority of them at the moment, the 50-50s. Hitra, and they're just showing a wee bit of experience, standing off and then coming in, making the challenge, and finding more feet than Orkney are.
Well, Orkney is certainly on the back foot at the moment, as Rommel holds up from the throw-in, does play it back this time, cross comes in. Valentine claims that one under his own crossbar.
Yep. Never easy as a keeper, but made it look easy.
That's a sign of a good keeper when they make it look easy, because it certainly isn't. High balls swirling around in wind like this are always likely to just take a change of direction just at the wrong split second.
100% right.
As Orkney try and fashion a way through the middle, spread out to the right, flick through, headed away. So the boat can't keep it in, so it's a throw into Orkney on the right-hand side. Huston takes it for them. There's some excited young fans screech in the background here. McLeod is held up. He does well to keep the ball.
Yep. They're obviously a later McLeod. They're hard on him as soon as he picks it up now.
Well, that looked, for all the world, like McLeod was shoved off the
It did
ball,
look like
and
a
the
foul.
ball took a touch of a Hitra player, but the linesman has given the throw to Hitra.
Yeah, he did an earlier one on the halfway line. 2 of them were on him, and he went to deck then, but he never got the foul either. So unlucky, but he might get them soon.
Well, Hitra look like they've done their homework on McLeod now. They're getting 2 men around him every time he gets a sniff of the ball. Hitra in possession now. Just play it patiently using their defenders with Hessness. Just simple retention of possession, the name of the game here for Hitra. And again, the space is opened up on the left side, but they don't use it. They go back to their goalkeeper.
Yep.
Takes his time. He knows his game management here. Jesper Balashberg. Now Hessners, left-hand side, chips it over into that channel. Houston can't get a head on it, and there's a chance to pick it up. Wayne Kirkness comes across, puts the ball into safety.
Oh, I thought he got a touch off the man there. It looked like a throw into Orkney.
It did to me as well. They're not getting the
No,
rub of the green
green
with the decisions at the moment.
No, it'll come. It evens itself out.
Always does. So throw in to Hitra on their left-hand side.
Obviously learned for the last time, just clear your lines. You don't need to try and jockey that out. That's where the second goal come from.
Absolutely. Well, Hitra unable to keep control of that ball, so Houston will have the chance to get Orkney moving up the pitch with a throw in here. Throws it long into the channel. It's headed back on goal, but a good turn, carry through, good tackle from Henners though.
Excellent challenge. And
a
again.
second challenge sliding in, and
Yep.
he's thought he did his team a throw, but
Yeah, fun
it's
bit
given
fair.
to Orkney, but two very good challenges in a row there.
Yeah, it's the number 3.
Yes, Ludwig Hessners.
Yeah,
So
did
throw
play
in.
a part in the first goal, I think.
He did. They're pressing very quickly on these
Yeah,
throw-ins,
close,
Robert.
fast press, isn't it?
Yes.
They're not giving them any time on it.
So even though Orkney are getting the possession at the moment, they're not able to make anything out of it, and that throw-in has just been flicked out of play. Well, Hitra rather rushed their take of the throw, but they've retrieved it. And the referee has called a stoppage here. Hitra player is down. I think that was more a collision than a foul.
I didn't see him. I didn't see it. I was watching the ball, so it moved away from him. Did they follow through and just clip him?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was following the ball myself, so
Oh no, he's given a drop ball, so maybe nothing in it.
perhaps those of you watching on YouTube and the other channels can help us out and let us know what happened there. Well, we await play to restart with a drop ball. It's still Hitra 2, Orkney 1. 2 penalties being the difference between the sides at the moment. Hitra get play back underway. So with the captain in the middle. Now Hessners. Plenty of space. Just rolls the ball into the left side. It's chipped over the top again.
Oh, wow.
Good clutch. Good touch
Ooh.
there from Romold.
No, fair play to him. He knew he just fell, but his first touch was excellent.
Well, we weren't expecting that one from Romold, from what we were talking about him earlier. And then,
Well,
he
big
goes
size.
and does that.
Big size 12, just got the toe on it, and it brung it down Brazil style.
Well, Orkney in possession here, but Romold presses in hard
Just a wee
on
bit,
Aidan Drever, and it goes out of play from his pass.
just lost a wee bit of composure there.
He has misplaced a couple of passes, Aidan Drever. He's got his head down at the moment. He needs a bit of a boost at half-time. So with the heat the last couple of days, Robert, with this, do you think that would affect the Orcadian players at all? They certainly wouldn't be used to it, I'd say.
No, definitely not. It could be a goal, actually.
There's a chance here.
Oh, good defending. Got in front of him. Yeah, certainly the heat plays a part, but the water breaks are definitely helping the players. You can see that after the water break, they come back out, they're rehydrated. But in the long term, 3 games in 4 days is certainly going to take its toll. And you can see that Charlie and the staff are rotating players, which is a must in a tournament like this.
And as we were talking, Vettel Romold, you've seen a lot of action in this first half.
He has making
Fired a
himself a big
right-footed
handful.
shot. Yes, he has. A right-footed effort. Tried to guide it with the outside of the boot, but it was blocked. And the corner comes in, flick towards goal with a back heel. And that is another corner. Jonas Veldtrip found himself half a yard, tried a audacious little flick with the back of his boot.
Yeah, they're doing a simple thing. They're just going to crowd the front post and flick it in there, and hopefully somebody gets a touch on it. They're all in there. There's about 8 or 9 players in the one area.
Well, it's already paid off for them, and they do it again, swinging it into that near post, hoping the wind will take it in. He's back with the taker, and he's skipped around the challenge and made himself some room, chips it in. Oh, he's overcooked that one, though.
Done the hard bit.
Romuald can't keep
No.
it in.
He done the hard bit and he just didn't produce the goods at the end there. The quality cross. Even a shot come cross.
Well, sometimes if a player gets too much time to think is usually when they mess it
Yeah.
up, isn't it?
Well, footballers.
Orkney take the goal kick short. In possession in their own half.
Nope.
Drever's closed down quick. He's got the ball back to Valentine. But he was very fortunate to get away with that one.
Extremely lucky. What is he doing? He needs to put it out. Or
not,
somebody needs to come short. If nobody's coming short.
the best first half, has he, Robert?
No, it's nobody's best
Again,
start.
that header from Drever wasn't clean. He took it sideways. Houston had to get something on it and get it away, but it only gives possession back to Heatra. Obviously, I know little about Aidan Drever, but he doesn't seem to be producing his best game today, Robert.
Well, in his defence, he's not usually in the back four. He's usually in front of the back four.
Right.
So he's been pushed into that spot there, and they're obviously closing down very quickly. But these players around about him have also got to help him too, to take the ball off him. And he had the ball there. He never had any option. He didn't. In his defence, he didn't want to just kick it away and lose possession. So they need to start talking to each other and making space, or coming short or long, and give him options at the back. The difference seems to be that Heatra have far more time at the back to strut about with it, and Orkney are getting no time at the back.
Exactly. Orkney aren't doing the hard press as Heatra are.
Yeah, seems to be more a modern tactic now to press.
I have seen it work, I've also seen it fail.
Yeah, well,
It's,
if you get beyond the press, then you should technically have 2 or 3 players spare.
yes.
It's getting round it that's a problem. And Liverpool do it often, as they've got quick players.
Well, a team close to my heart, as obviously I cover them frequently on Cymru Sport. Merthyr Town also play in a similar style. And it worked for them this season in the most part, in a division of teams thumping long balls into channels.
Is it a TNT League, is it?
It was the Southern Premier League South down in England, so it was Tier 3 in non-league football.
Oh, nice.
Or Division 8, you would...
So
no,
is that
Division 7 it
similar
would be.
setup to this?
Yes.
Yeah, oh great.
Yes, it was a privilege to be part of their championship winning season. Witness some excellent goals, some excellent football, and some fantastic atmospheres along the way.
Brilliant. And all the players be there for next year then?
They have retained most of their squad, yes. They have retained most of their squad, including a 40-goal striker, which everyone thought he would move on to a higher level. But he
40 goals?
40 goals.
Oh. Wow, that's impressive. Of course, a lot of players come for the lower leagues and striking game, you know, Ian Rush, etc., you know.
Yes.
Ex-Scunthorpe.
Well, he was the type of player who didn't seem to be enjoying the game after he was released by his professional club. He's spoken often about how he's found his love for football again at Merthyr Town, so maybe he's just sticking where he's comfortable.
Yeah.
But back to the game here.
Yeah.
Orkney are in possession. Not a lot has happened while we've been talking other stuff. No. But there is something happening here as the ball slipped into the channel. Romuald can't get on the end of it. It's played back to Valentine. His clearance hangs in the wind, but there goes that half-time whistle.
Yep.
Well, Orkney with work to do in the second half, as they are 2-1 behind to Heatra.
Yeah, next goal's going to be key.
Now the early goal, either scored by Mats Oliver Björkan directly from a corner or an own goal. We will confirm that one for you if we can. Was levelled by Jay Fobister's penalty, but then Björkan himself at the other end tucked home a penalty as well. And it is 2-1 to Heatra. We will be back in around about 10 minutes. Please stay tuned. Welcome to Kirkwall Grammar School here in the beautiful Orkney Islands as we bring you live coverage of the second half of this men's football fixture in the 20th Island Games between Orkney and Heatra. It is currently 2-1 to Heatra.
I don't see any substitutes, so I think they're stuck with the same teams.
Yes, having a look at around the lineups, there doesn't appear to be any changes. And it is Orkney. They are now playing for left to right for those listening on radio and streams. Heatra in an all-green kit are playing from right to left. Well, Orkney with a 1-goal deficit have work to do here. A challenge comes in down the Heatra left-hand side. It wasn't a
Yeah, it's Conan Rendell on the
given
outside
a foul against Conan Rendell.
Yeah, Conan it as a
Conan Rendell.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
no bother. Yeah, they've got a bit of work to do, Orkney, but it's certainly not beyond them to get a quick goal and get right back into this game. They've got a little bit of the wind in their favour, and they've got the personnel out there that can produce a performance to get this game back on track.
Well, Houston is dispossessed there after that pass from Rendell, and Heatra open up with some 1-2s down the left. And Romuald, Vettel Romuald, who's put himself about up front. As Robert noted yesterday after Heatra's defeat to the Isle of Man, Romuald has moved from defence up front. We will run through the starting 11s once again for you very shortly. While the ball is in the hand of Jesper Blashberg, the Heastra keeper, we will do just that. In goal for Orkney is number 1, Liam Valentine, 2, Daniel Houston, 4, Owen Rendell, 5, Wayne Kirkness, 8, Jay Fubister, who will score the penalty in the first half for Orkney, 10, Toby McLeod, 11, Owen Young, 15, Aidan Drever, 18, Conan Rendell, 19, Jimmy Craigie, and 20, George Ewing. Well, the ball has travelled down the other end into the hand of Liam Valentine, the Orkney keeper, so that's my opportunity to give you the Heatra lineup. In goal is Jesper Blashberg. Number 3, Ludwig Hesnes. 4, Vettel Overland Romuald. 5, Mats Oliver Björken. 6, Jonas Veltrup. 7, Sindre Heggen Johansson. 8, Erik Jorgensen. 10, Sander Stadsvik. 16, Johan Slatvik Andersen. 21, Erland Bakeng. And 22, Anders Soderbo. Captain for Heatra is Johan Slatvik Andersen, the number 16. The flag is up on the right, Orkney left-hand side, Heatra right.
Yeah, a lovely touch for Romuald there. Actually, he held it up really well and laid it to the wide area. Albeit for a better pass than the number 22 from Heatra would have been in on goals. But he sliced it and put it out wide. But he'd moved slightly before the ball had been kicked and put himself in an offside position. Sorry.
So Valentine takes the free kick for Orkney, sends it down the left channel.
Great header.
Good header away, headed back with interest by Wayne Kirkness. McLeod tries to get hold on it, but he's tackled. And Owen Rendell tries to get hold of it and is tackled, but he's fouled. Or was it Rendell doing the fouling? It's Rendell doing the fouling.
Yes, he's giving it another way, which is surprising. I thought it was.
Yes, it looked for to me like a foul on Owen Rendell, but
he was going for it. He just caught him at the back heel.
The referee, as we said in the first half, Rob, the decisions just don't seem to be going Orkney's way.
Not the 50-50s so far. Just got to keep persevering.
The ball hangs up in the air. Houston can't get a head on it, but it is cleared. McLeod chases the ball down. I think Ludwig Hesnes got a bit lucky there. He is tackled. And give Heastra a throw.
He's been very steady at the back there.
He has.
Yeah, and you know, seeing big Toby McLeod running at pace, he had daunting sight, but he's marshalled them very well there to win his ball.
Well, McLeod is certainly no slouch in the pace stakes, and he's quite physical as well. Has held up the ball well when he's had the opportunity.
Yep. He's got to get feeding these two up top. That's where the goals will come from, him and George.
As the throw in is flicked straight into the air. Romuald's touch takes it out of play for a throw in. On this Orkney right hand side, Heatra left. Dan Houston takes it, gets the 1-2 back from Ewing. Has to go through a challenge, but does get it. Attempted 1-2, doesn't come off. Heater have regained the ball, and they've got a bit of space on the right-hand side, but an awkward bounce, couldn't get that under control. Jimmy Craigie tries to flick it through. Heater are back on the ball, working the right-hand side. Good ball from their captain down the right-hand side. Cross is banged over. There's trouble for Valentine. It bounces off the bar. And the follow-up attempt is blocked at the second attempt by Valentine, but Anders Southerboat come on to that rebound off the bar.
Yeah, good. Actually, he was going back on his heels. It was a good save. It could have sneaked over him.
Well, he done well there.
Yeah.
Twice, Liam Valentine. It was a cross come shot, I suppose you could say. It was dipping.
Yeah.
And he had to fingertip it onto the bar, and he recovered quickly to block that follow-up from... I can't really say his name, Southerboat.
Yeah. And
I'll stick with that.
some good tips there for young goalkeepers. How quickly was he back on his feet?
Very quickly.
So
he reacted really well to that second attempt.
To take a second phase. So it keeps him in the game.
Well, the clearance has gone out of play for a throw into Heater. Nice little back heel from the 1-2, but Erlen Bakeng messes up the follow-up pass. So it's a throw to Orkney, midway in the Heater half on this right-hand side. Dan Austin takes it.
Yeah,
it's been lost. Dilly-dallied on it there, Jay Fulbister. Heater have a break on, and there's space again on this right-hand side. Glorstadt cuts back in. Southerboat skips around the challenge, keeps going into the box, tries bending the right foot shot, but Valentine gets behind it.
I think Liam had read that.
Yeah, not enough on it there from Southerboat.
Nope. Again, some nice football for Heater around that last third area.
Valentine humps the ball forward, and can Toby McLeod keep this? He's almost on the goal line. He has kept it.
Fair play, he's got a throw in over there.
So
is he saying it's out? Oh, he's unfortunate.
Did
Chasing lost causes, though. He'll get one. He only needs one chance.
Good work rate from McLeod there to try and keep that ball in and force a throw in to keep Heater under pressure. Very unlucky that. But now is the chance for Orkney to try and press in. Heater are looking to play that goal kick short, but Blasberg says, up you go.
Oh, super kick.
And does well with the kick.
What a kick that was.
Distance on that in the wind.
Gee whiz. I mean, Liam was struggling to get it half there sometimes.
Good tackle comes in from Hesnes. And the foul on Hesnes has been given.
Oh, wow. Advantage referee.
Well, Heater looked like they might have had a chance to break on. They had 3 versus 2 on the left-hand side, but the referee has called it back. So it's a free kick.
Unusual decision, that one.
Well, we wait for Heater to take this free kick. Midway in their own half, sent forward, hangs up in the air again. Kirkness heads it away. McLeod goes in for the challenge, and Craigie clears it down the Heater right-hand side, so it's a throw-in once more. Doesn't appear to be any tactical change in formation, Robert.
No, nothing at the moment. And I guess they're willing to see out maybe to 60 minutes, hopefully, and bring in some fresh blood and perhaps put an extra man forward. It's a game they really need to get a result from.
Well, is there any players on the Orkney bench that you think might make a difference if they come on?
Yeah, certainly. Liam Deldy can open up a defence. If we can get him on, he's got a lot of trickery. He's very direct. And for other players round about him, he's a dream. He draws players near him. So that could open up the space for Toby or for George. I certainly would look to replace him up top. Perhaps for Conan or one of the wider guys.
Well, as the play continued while we were talking there, nothing came of that throw-in for Heater.
Yep.
It's a goal kick. Valentine Sends it just over halfway.
Yep.
Flick into the air, headed on by Fobuster.
That's a great touch.
And a good touch there, releases space for Heatrett on the left-hand side, and a good recovery tackle. Needed one as well from Owen Rendell. Heatrett have it back. Advancing here, Jorgensen, almost slipped it through. But I think Romald misread that.
He is a handful, but he's very unorthodox, and he's certainly not thinking like a straight old-fashioned centre forward. He's just up there to make a nuisance himself in front of the players, but they're needing maybe to replace him and put somebody that's going to run in behind.
Well, from that long kick from Valentine, McLeod to get a touch off the head, but it's just trickled behind for a goal kick once more.
I'm just looking over on the touchline, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Orkney players warming up, so possibly going to see a change. I think he will be thinking about it. It's gone a wee bit flat, and Heatrett are just quite content to sit in, and they're not getting pressed, or their keeper's not been worked for quite some time, so it's looking for a change probably.
Well, I can't recall Jesper Blasberg having a serious save to make. There's Heatrett in possession. It's charged down. McLeod, good little touch from McLeod.
Might sting his
could be a
here.
chance here. There's a shot comes in. Blasberg dives on it. The rebound could be picked up, but he recovers just in time.
The commentator's curse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now he has had a shot to deal with, yes.
Yeah, and you know, it's intelligent play for George, because he bounces it in front of him and he keeps it on target, so he works the keeper, and he doesn't try to be too clever with it, and that's key.
It was a decent effort from George Ewing. That bounce could have caught out Blasberg, but he managed to gather it at the second attempt, and a missed kick here has allowed McLeod in.
Opportunity.
Approaches the area. Oh, the pass has been missed again.
Oh,
it's been fired on it.
Yes, George.
George Ewing has picked up that loose ball from the mistake in the Heatrett defence. He hit the ball with some power, and Blasberg, although he was behind it, just couldn't get enough on it to keep it out, and Orkney have the leveller.
Yep.
Almost out of nowhere, Robert.
No, total a mistake in the right back area, and the chap let it bounce. Toby pressed him, won it, and pushed it inside, and it deflected, but George followed in, which is key for a midfielder or number 10. He got beyond the striker to get his hit, and again he kept it on target. Possibly the keeper could have done better. He did get a hand on it, but he needed a big strong palm.
Well, Orkney have pressed in from the kick-off and have earned themselves a free kick there with a foul on Conan Rendell.
Yep. Well played, so they're in the ascendancy.
Brighter signs for the Orcadians here.
Absolutely, goals change games, and confidence will be high. So, all to play for.
Well, in our half-time chat, Robert predicted a 3-all for this game. I predicted a 2-2. At the moment, Robert owes me £5. He doesn't know about that yet, but he will. Not the best free kick there from Rendell, but Heatrett hack it away. The clear has Orkney were finding in the first half. These clearances aren't travelling a great distance now. And that pass has been intercepted well there by Draver.
Yeah, they're starting to win their challenges and move it quicker now.
As Toby McLeod looked like he was fouled. Referee says no. Well, the ball into that right-hand channel has found Romald. Plays it across, but it's been blocked. Wayne Kirkness just managed to get that away and play it out. Again. Yeah, Kirkness done well to block that cross.
I see some activity on the bench there.
Looks like we may be due a couple of changes. It's a throw to Heatrett on their right-hand side, around about 10 yards from the corner flag. 1-2 is played quickly. Switched into the middle for Bjorkan. Now Hesnes. Played wide, Ellen Bakang. Chipped into the area, headed away, but only a few yards away. Challenges come in, and it's nodded out of play. And Heatrett, virtually in the same place he started a couple of seconds ago, will throw in again. I'm sure they wouldn't have expected to be pegged back in the so early in the second half, but it was a defensive howler from Jonas Veltrup. Just miskicked it, allowed that ball to run through to Georgie Ewing. Orkney have earned themselves a throw. They try and clear.
Yep.
Clearance is successful. They've pinched some more yards on their left-hand side. So it'll be another throw. Looking for McLeod, but headed away and played out of play. So this will give Heatra a throw-in. Just heard a whistle there. Thought the play was going to stop. That must be the game on the opposite pitch.
I think so.
Heatra clegging away with some throw-ins. And there's a challenge into the back of Romuald there, but didn't look like a foul.
Nope.
Aidan Drever gives a low five to Romuald.
There we go. Lots of changes coming.
And there are substitutions happening. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 Orkney players entering the field of play.
Yep.
So 2 of the replacements are Conan Rendall and Jay Fobister.
Yep.
Number 3, Jason Scott. On comes Callan Jessamine, Jamie Flett. That's 3 of them.
Yep.
And the replacement players they're replacing are Conan Rendall, George Ewing, goal scorer, is taken off. So how are Orkney going to set up now with those 4 changes, Robert?
I imagine they'll go back into the same formation, man for man. But he does play Jamie up front, and Liam will come wide area, and Jason will play in left back.
It looks like McLeod has dropped into the space that was occupied by Georgie Ewing.
Yeah.
A bit surprised by that one, unless Ewing has picked up a knock.
Yeah,
He looked a good creative outlet.
yeah.
As Jamie Flett's first action is a foul. Heatra take it quickly. Hesness crosses halfway, slips the ball in, looking for Romuald. Romuald's flick doesn't come off though. It's cleared. Veltrup plays it back down that right-hand side. And again, they get men around the ball. Orkney try and break out. Good flick from McLeod. Oh, just caught in the wind and carried away from George.
It nearly went round the corner for him. Yeah, so he's
Sorry,
playing.
to Owen Young, not Owen George. I keep getting him mixed up with a Welsh player I know.
Let's see how he's going here, but he might be putting Flett in for McLeod's position and McLeod into George's position. And Conan, Liam's come in Conan's position, and then it's a straight swap for left back.
Yeah, Liam Delday is playing on the right side.
Yeah, Jason's went into left back and the back 4.
There's a bit of space here for Eric Jorgensen. Plays the ball out left. Saw the ball. Attack has been broken up by Orkney. So it's Owen Rendall on the ball. Not the best ball into the right-hand channel.
No.
Ludwig Hessners able to just ease that one back to Jesper Blasberg. Blasberg takes his time before clearing.
That lad's got some kick for the size of him.
He certainly has. Although I feel the wind has dropped a bit this second half.
No.
Oh, as I speak, here it comes.
Cursed it.
Thank you, Lord, you are listening. Blasberg takes the goal kick, sends it down the right-hand side. He's headed away. Jason Scott won that header. Another substitute.
Oh, he's in.
And there's a chance here for Orkney. Look, McLeod was in the middle waiting for it as the challenge comes in for Hessners. He remains on the ground.
I think he might have hurt himself.
Shouts there that went through the... It looked like the Heatra skipper, Stansvig, went for the back of someone there in the penalty area.
Could have been a penalty there. Did make a challenge.
Johan Anderson
Yep.
Looked like he was jumping all over the back of the player, whoever it was he was marking. Couldn't see the number. The sun is coming down a bit low in this late afternoon here. But it is a corner to Orkney from their right-hand side.
That was a big chance. Got in behind.
First corner of the second half. Swung in, left-footed. Blasberg does well with the punch.
Didn't half. Yep.
Didn't get a great distance, but done enough.
Ooh.
And then, as Glostad slid in with a challenge, ends Orkney a throw. And then Johansson barges his man off the ball, but Orkney still have it. Flett tries to turn.
Yep. Fair play to the ref. He's trying to let the game flow with the 50-50s. I know the players are shouting for fouls and stuff, but he's same for both teams.
Exactly. Football was designed to be a physical sport.
Yep.
As long as players aren't overstepping the line.
Nothing worse than a stop-start game.
Exactly. Corner here to Orkney.
Oh, it's a
Right
great
footer
corner.
Swung in. It swings in.
Oh,
Blasberg has
save.
to make an excellent punch.
Wow.
Under a lot of pressure. He done really well there, Rob.
Yeah, he needed that. He needed to get his big hand up there because I think Wayne Kirtness was right on top of him. Right in on top of his keeper, yeah.
Third corner in succession for Orkney.
I think they're going to try and pull out and then attack as it comes in so they can get the run on it.
Left footer again, curls in. This one goes to the far post, headed across and just got away as there was a chance to nod in. And it's fired home in the 6-yard box. As the ball come back into the 6-yard box. Quick reactions there. It's fired low into the net. And Orkney have turned around that 2-1 half-time deficit and now lead 3-2. Just waiting to see the goal scorer. I think it might have been Liam Delday.
I think it was Liam. Yep. We just said that. We were looking for somebody to come on and get a goal, and I saying that he's very direct, and he grabs a goal. So
it was a lovely turn and finish.
Yeah.
Still had plenty of work to do. There were a lot of Heatra bodies in that 6-yard area. Delday,
taking the game to them.
It was him, has found the gap and given Orkney the lead for the first time in this match. Well, there goes my £5.
Yep.
Will Heatra find a response? They're attacking with intent now down the left-hand side. The challenge comes in, dispossesses Jorgensen.
Again,
Orkney made a slip there, but Delday makes the tackle and gets it back. Oh, a second time, but they do it again. Now McLeod. Draver. His clearance is blocked. He gets it away at the second attempt.
He's unlucky there. He just ran offside. But his first challenge for the 22 coming through, tried to attack him and go inside him. He got the challenge on him, so key.
He's looking a lot more positive the second half, Draver.
Yeah, goals change games, and these guys will be feeling good now.
Well, will Heatra find a response? McLeod dropping in that deeper position, gets a tackle in. Chipped up the left-hand channel. Once more, Veltrup tries to shield it out of play and gets fouled. So it's a free kick to Heatra. I think Orkney have responded much better in the second half, adapting to those conditions and pressing in harder on Heatra. And they've got the results.
Yep.
Again, the tackles start to fly in as Heatra try and create something. Hacked away from the edge of his own area. Controlled by Flett, uses his body to hold off. Manages to get the ball through to McLeod. Oh, McLeod was unlucky there, and Flett has earned his team a free kick. Used his strength well there, Jamie Flett.
He did. He held it up and got his body in between him and the guy that was trying to get round him. He earned his free kick once it went to Toby. He tried to play it through, but the challenge came in late.
Free kick to Orkney, which Aidan Draver will take for them.
Yep.
Hand in the air. While we wait. Draver chips it high. Decent ball this. Rises and headed on, but Hesnes runs it away and chips it now to Rumald. Not able to hold it up, he's dispossessed.
Yep.
Orkney back in possession. Chipped into that right-hand corner, but nobody there this time.
Just as Orkney had to change their tune, I think Heatra need to really think about what's happening, the ball coming forward. If Rumald's going to be the man to stay on the pitch, I think they need to kind of change that target area if they're looking to create.
Well, a lot of the time when the ball does come forward to Rumald, as the players take a drinks break, Rumald is held up on his own.
Yeah.
And he hasn't got anyone around him.
Yep.
It has allowed Orkney to get back and get numbers behind the ball.
Well, they're not supporting them.
Well, as we said, from that 2-1 half-time deficit.
Great turnaround.
Yes.
There'll be positive chats in that water break now. It's all for Heatra to go for. They'll have to chase it. Orkney just try and keep possession a bit more, and they can still create more chances to get a further lead. But just clear their lines, keep playing the way they have been in the last 15 minutes. You should see this game out.
Well, Heatra, as we said in the first half, with the hard press they use, it does take it out of you physically. Perhaps they're running low on a bit of steam from all that hard work in the first half.
I'm surprised they haven't made changes, as I say. They're certainly not playing as well as they were.
Well, the players are back on the field now, and we will restart with a goal kick for Heatra.
Yeah, and again, if we remember back, we can all think about that save Liam Valentine made, tip it on the bar and then back up again and made another double save. So it keeps him in the game.
God, games turn on crucial moments like that. That would have been a 3-1 lead to Heatra. As you said, Rob, Valentine did superbly well.
Yep.
Not just the first save, but the reaction time to get up and stop the second effort.
Yeah, you need quality. That's quality.
Glassberg does well with the kick again. Gets it over halfway against the wind. Headed back into the Heatra half. Cleared forward by Johansson. Anderson, the captain, chests it down, chips it into the left-hand side, but the ball holds up in the wind. And once more, Liam Delday has earned his team a throw-in just on halfway, on the right-hand side. Houston throws it straight in. It's miscontrolled there by Owen Rendall. So Heatra have the ball back for the throw. Again, it looked like a foul throw there.
Yes.
Same lad.
No, it's not. He's doing the same thing. Oh, look at this.
Good run there from McLeod. He's picked up the ball now. He's got to try and take on Ludwig Hesnes.
No.
Tried the 1-2, but the return pass to him wasn't enough. And Heatra try and break through. The ball forward. Rumald holds it up and loses out this time.
He just had to lay it into that pocket right in behind it. Chap was waiting for him to just tap it back to him, and instead he turned on it and lost possession.
Well, Liam Deldray closes his man down very quickly there. And as the clearance cannonballed into his shins, he took a rebound and has earned Orkney possession with a throw. Done well there, Liam Deldray. As the clearance from a Heatra defender.
Yeah, everybody's wanting the ball again. It's funny what goals do. 20 minutes ago, it was quite flat coming down the wing. Now it's everybody's buoyant, looking for it, trying to create space, trying to get on it.
Well, Orkney is certainly looking far more positive in the second half.
Great flick.
Good flick there. Flett chases it down.
Yep, he's unlucky.
Has he earned a corner?
No, I think he touched it himself.
I think he got the challenge in there on Hesnes.
But the ball's up this end of the pitch, and that will suit Orkney 100%. They'll be able to regroup and get their shape back and think about winning the ball back.
It's an old statement, Rob, but you can't score from the opposite end of the pitch,
Absolutely.
Can you?
And when you're ahead, it's nothing more frustrating for the other team to try and work it up there. So they've got all that way to go. So it looks as though the shape's accommodating the Heatra team very well now. But they look as though they've pushed another two up top. So they've changed shape as well.
They now seem to have three forwards lining up.
Oh, he's on.
Chip ball over the top. Oh, looked like Flett was onside, but the linesman's flag is up as Flett flicked it home.
I think it's that late decision thing that frustrates everybody in football, saying, why don't you just say right away he's offside? But they wait until they play the ball and then they say offside, isn't it?
Well, the rule was brought in as a response to VAR at higher levels, but
and this one,
at the levels where, where you don't have VAR,
yeah.
you really just need to get that flag up, don't you?
Absolutely, just get on with it, you know. And what happens in real football with VAR is it plays forward, and there could be an injury, or you know, it's farcical.
Absolutely, I understand the reasoning behind it. You know, if play continues and a player scores a goal and then it is proven to be onside legitimate, that is what the rule was brought in to rule out. So
Yeah.
I understand the reasoning behind it, but the actual application of it isn't quite working so far.
No, not at all.
Well, anything you chuck in a human into is always going to have room for error, isn't it? We all know this.
Yeah.
Free kick to Hitra, sent forward. Challenges come in, headed away, and there's a little bit of space for Daldry. Couldn't control that, so Hitra get it back, chip forward once more. Looking for Romald, but nobody can get on the end of that. McLeod rises imperiously and heads on.
Yep.
And he's earned something for his team once again, McLeod.
Absolutely.
He's done a lot of the dirty work today. Flett chases down his defender. He try and play their way out of trouble. And they've succeeded.
I think he might go in the book. Oh, he got away with that.
Well, the referee has called him back and he's booked.
It just had that look about it. He knew he was breaking free.
First booking of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that Jessamine, I think he's come on in midfield. Yeah.
First booking of the game for substitute Callan Jessamine. Apologies there, we got a bit confused.
Yeah,
we didn't know Jessamine had come on.
I thought it was 16, but I was wanting to make sure.
I didn't see Jessamine come on. So there we are. This is another thing about we can't see the bench from this distance, so we don't have the luxury of the substitutes boards. So we're having to rely on looking at shirt numbers. And of course, Orkney made a clutch of substitutions earlier. There was players trotting on, trotting off. It all got a bit messy.
Yeah.
There's a foul there.
Yeah, that's got to be a booking
late challenge on Owen Rendell. That should be a yellow card.
Yeah.
And it is for the Hitra captain.
Yeah, I mean, the team over there, Charlie and his team, they could see it wasn't working, so they've changed it, and it's proven result. They've got the rewards from it, and they look much better in retaining possession and defensively and coming forward. So freshen it up now and again. It's the way to go. But Hitra seem to have just sat in and played the same tactic the whole game so far. And it's definitely not working for them now, whereas it was working earlier on.
Well, that's where management earned their corn.
I think so, yeah.
You know, you have to make the changes when they're needed.
Yep.
Hitra haven't done so. They've stuck with their tried and tested first half, and it's not exactly working for them, as proven.
No.
As Blasberg's kicks have been finding halfway, this one doesn't. They're held up in the wind. It only got midway in his own half, and Orkney have possession. They're attacking hard down this right-hand side. Good tackle comes in though for Hessnes on Rendell.
Yeah, he's a steady game 3.
Nice passing move there.
Oh, that's a super pass.
That's a good pass. It's actually, there has been a substitution for Hitra. There was no announcement for that at all, as Eva Ronningen Onsen was the man who made that pass.
Yeah.
Number 9, he is now on. I don't know who he's replaced, because we had no announcement for that, so apologies to our listeners and viewers.
Well, Jerkan put a great pass in behind the fullback there, but Jason Scott was equal to it, and he showed his pace and got in front of the winger and put it out for a throw.
It needed to be made. It was a good ball as the cross comes across, but headed away. McLeod helps it on, fired into the air by Delde.
Yeah, it's going to be a nervous 15 minutes to go, I think, because Orkney will be wanting to put a stamp in the tournament and win 2 games in a row. And Heatra really need to get a goal at some point to get back into it, and they'll need to change or press more people forward, and so more gaps will open up, and hopefully McLeod and Flett up front will get rewards out of that.
Well, the ball is sent forward. Header once away, once again clears it for Orkney. But speaking of future opponents for Orkney, you watched the Isle of Man against Heatra yesterday, so Orkney will face them here tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's
what will the challenge?
It's Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
No, Wednesday's a rest day, so
is
it is tomorrow. It's semi-final rest day on Wednesday, semi-finals
right, okay.
on Thursday.
Yeah, Isle of Man.
So tough challenge ahead for Orkney.
I think tough challenge for everybody in the tournament. Isle of Man were excellent against Heatra. They have a lot of pace up top, and some excellent finishers and quality on the ball. They've also got a long throw for the wide area. Their third goal, the chap threw it almost 35 yards right onto the chap's head, and he just nodded it in, and nobody was expecting it, so it came out of the blue. But they produced 3 or 4 more long throws, and it created problems.
Oh, a Delat-esque long throw as a shot comes in from Heatra.
It was a big weapon yesterday. But saying that, that's only one of the things they have. They've got an excellent squad. The guys that came on showed pace and power, and they're a big side, physical. They create chances, and they don't give much away. They play well as a team from the back, and they move it quickly up to the front wide areas to get in behind to create chances for their front 3.
Well, as we've been talking about Orkney's future opponents back here against Heatra.
Yeah, play one game at a time, and they need to beat Heatra, so they're in the driving seat here because they're actually controlling this game at the moment.
Well, they're ahead at the moment, but there's a bit of space here. Oh, if he could have just found that past Jorgensen, he could have been in trouble. And the foul has been given on Jorgensen, right on the halfway line. So an opportunity for Heatra to try and create something, and worked for this equaliser. It's played short. Björkan, who's had a quieter second half. Once again, Valentine comes out to the edge of his box, punches away. Got some good yards on that too. Jamie Flett is fouled, trying to hold the ball up.
Yep.
So that is exactly what Orkney will want at the moment.
Absolutely cheap foul.
Needless foul. That gives Orkney the chance to kill some time. Valentine, I should say. Doesn't sprint across, as we'd expect. Takes a nice long run up, a couple of stretches, does his socks, and sends the ball. And everyone misses it, but it's collected just on the touchline. Can't get enough on it to keep it in, but the ball has been sent across.
Yeah, throw in.
And it's gone up for a throw, so that's good work.
Yeah.
It will give Orkney the chance to press in.
Using his rugby skills there to put it in a touch.
Well, it's a sensible tactic. And Heatra have made the miss kick, and the mistake has been forced, but in return, unfortunately, Owen Rendall wasn't able to keep hold of it. But they are still penned in that corner, Heatra.
Again, that's a foul throw. For goodness sake,
that's
how many?
The 5th one that he's done. That's absolutely awful from Erlen Bakeng.
For goodness sake, at this level, come on.
His coach must be ripping his hair out unless he's bald like us, Rob. Throw in to Orkney. Daniel Lowerston with it. Will he crank up for a long throw? He doesn't. McLeod plays the 1-2, but Howerston is just smacked off the ball there by the man who gave away the throw. I think he's a bit irritated with himself. Luckily, nobody up there.
No, not a sausage up there. So, I mean, at this point in the game, Heatra really need to press. They just don't seem to be being aware of where they're at this moment, because they need to get a goal here. Oh, they're out the tournament.
That's a good ball there to
Lovely.
Dalday, and he's done well to retrieve it.
Oh, that's a great
Chips
ball.
it looking for the far side, and he's found his target with Owen Young. But Young is just nudged off the ball by Sindre Johansson. And Johansson's clearance hasn't travelled too far.
Yep.
So it's
Again,
given Orkney good possession again.
Yeah, they're looking to fresher team, Orkney, all over the pitch, and you know.
The changes have made some
have.
impact, haven't they?
But it's been better managed in the way that they've rotated their players. You know, Orkney had 3 or 4 changes in their team, their starting lineup, and then they've made the changes quicker after 65 minutes and got the result out of the players. And they're looking to fresher team in this last period.
Absolutely. Again, we spoke earlier about managing the game well, and Orkney made a clutch of substitutions and probably done it at the right time. Well, Heatra, they worked very hard in the first half. You'd think you wouldn't be able to keep that up for 90 minutes, and that's proven to be the case. Some of their players are looking awfully leggy, aren't they, Rob?
They are. And it's given them a shot in the arm, Orkney. And as a squad, you know, the whole team knows that they've played a part in winning the game, so it's benefit after benefit. That's a good goal.
That's a good ball, comes in, nodded towards goal, and Beldrup is behind it, has to tip it over.
He didn't know.
That was a chance for Owen Rendall.
Wow.
Blasberg just threw his hands into the air, hoping to get something on it, and he did.
That was a textbook header downwards.
It was a sweet left-footed cross, hung in the air.
Was it Owen Rendall that got an end it?
Owen Rendall was the man who nodded it goalwards.
Could have been the...
Nodded it downwards, done right.
Yep.
The bounce, it bounced really high and allowed Blasberg to get his gloves on it. There's a corner to Orkney.
Yep.
Should be taken from the Orkney right-hand side. Left-footed, swung into the near post.
Goal.
A flick towards goal, almost in. McLeod's shot is blocked, and Blasberg falls on it at the second time of asking.
Oh, a head clash.
And there has been a clash of heads, as Robert says. So we have a stoppage in play here.
Again, another great corner floated into the front post, and they're all attacking it, and it's difficult with the wind pushing it right in on top of the keeper.
The set pieces from that side have been very good this second half.
A couple of goals came for that end.
Well, you wait. Hopefully good news for the 2 players on the floor.
Yeah, I hope so.
Can't see who it is down for Orkney at the moment.
Yep. It looks like maybe Liam Dalday, is it?
I think it is Liam Dalday, yes. Scorer of the 3rd goal. And there's your reward, a whack on the head.
Yeah.
Football can be a cruel game sometimes.
I think if they win the game, he won't be caring.
If the whack on his head is too hard, he might not remember it.
I'm sure people around him will remind him of it. He actually, being a ball player, he's always trying to dribble back people. He does take a fair bit of punishment, so he's very resilient, Liam.
It is Liam Dalday, and he is back on his feet.
Which is a great sign.
Young man, good to see.
Yep.
And the Heatra player, whose number we didn't catch, is also, I think it was their captain. It was their captain, Johan Andersson. He's also back on his feet. He was up quite early. And play is back underway. Johansson switches it to Hessness, left-hand side. Chips it back over to the right to Johansson. Goes for the long ball into the channel.
Yep.
Drever is there. Much better second half for Orkney's Aidan Drever.
He's settled in there now.
Looks more like the player you recognise, Rob.
Yeah, definitely. He's winning his battles, and he's finding his feet, and he's also, his clearances are hitting other people's feet. So it just takes about a minute to get used to it. That's a great ball.
Nice little pass there from McLeod. There's a chance here. Just rolled wide.
Oh my goodness, that must...
Owen Young, it was a good ball to release McLeod in the first place, and he picked out a lovely pass for Owen Young.
Beautiful, perfectly weighted in behind, wasn't it?
And Owen Young done everything right up until the last second. Good movement, but just wasn't able to place that shot in at the far post. It just rolled tantalisingly wide.
Yeah, looks like another change here. I think Joe Wilson's going to come on.
There is a change for Orkney, and it is the man who almost scored that, Owen Young, who is replaced. And on in his place, looks like a straight swap. He's taking that left wing spot. Joe Wilson, number 7.
Again, busy wee player. He'll be looking to get on the ball and take people on, maybe try and get 1-2s round about. And he has a good shot at the edge of the box. Usually works the keeper. Scored a few goals this season.
A long ball forward for Orkney. He was chased down by Flett, and he's blanched off the ball unceremoniously into the barrier. But
is that not a foul or anything? No.
Well, technically he crossed the goal line. The referee can't give it there, can he? I thought that was a foul.
Well, yeah, he tried to push him back over the moon. Heathrow just lost their way. I don't recognise the team.
No, they've looked for, it's mirrored the first half, hasn't it? Orkney looked flat.
Yeah. Is that the wind? Do you think that the wind's been a big advantage, or?
It's possibly, yeah. But I think you adapt to your conditions, don't you?
Absolutely. I think the changes have made the difference for me.
It's that as well, isn't it? They've made 4 changes. They needed them, and 2 of the changes have earned a penalty and scored a goal. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the management's been good. They've come on at the right time, and they've gave them the shot in the arm they needed. They've got the goals when they needed them, and they've pressed forward, and they've been braver on Heathrow in the second half, I feel. That home advantage is always an extra man.
Absolutely. Delde chases down the ball into the right-hand channel, and wrestles with his defender and gets it.
Yeah, he'll keep possession.
Holds it up down by the corner flag. Can't get hold of the ball. His captain comes across to help him. Heathrow just can't get out there, and Delde.
Brilliant. That'll do it.
That'll do. Orkley very nicely indeed. He'll keep Heathrow penned in their own half.
Yep.
Good work there from Delde. And from Owen Rendell, coming in from a long way away to help him out. Looks like Delde has moved into a striker's position, and McLeod has moved out to the right. That's McLeod, the man we were just talking about, will pick this ball up in the right-hand side. Cuts back onto his left foot, elects not to cross, lays it back. That's a good ball back to Houston. Back to McLeod. McLeod keeps it, tries to find Houston again. And this one is read and cleared at the second time of asking by Eric Jorgensen. Again, good header from Rendell. The clearance is blocked by McLeod, and Callum Jessamine just wrestles Hessner's off the ball illegally, says the referee. Heathrow wastes no time, sending it long. Delde tries to control, knocks it on, and there's a chance. Oh, that was tight offside against Flett.
He was on, surely. 21 played him on.
I agree with you there, Rob. Jamie Flett
he was just a bit quick with his flag, I felt.
Fastest with the flag he's been all afternoon.
Well, with the top on and all.
A long ball forward again. It's headed away by Owen Rendell. He's really stepping up as a captain.
Yeah, they're pushing forward now. They're
playing turn by Callum Jessamine.
They have done that. Looks like they're playing 3 at the back now.
Jason Scott has it left-hand side. Just plays it back and is cleared, chested down. Too far away to control by Anderson. And it just gives Orkney the throw in. Or has it gone to Heathrow? It's gone to Heathrow. Anderson gets it back from the throw in. Again, looks to pick out that channel ball, flicked on. Again, Orkney managed to get it away.
Yep.
Wilson tries to turn away but can't keep it in. Heathrow take the throw in quickly. Oh, has been charged down here, and Flett picks this one up.
Just be direct.
Oh, he knocked that too far ahead of him and allowed Hessner to get the challenge.
His first touch was just too heavy. He's either going to knock it by him and go for it, get him on the turn.
And in the end, he done neither.
Yep. Caught in 2 minds.
It's a throw in for Daniel Houston on the right. Goes over the head. McLeod has picked it up. He's advancing on goal, skips around the challenge ball, just lost his foot in at a crucial moment. But the ball's come back to him on the rebound. Shot is blocked. Great, and then McLeod goes to the floor. He looks like he's
puffered, I think. Yep.
Looks like carrying all that hair has proven too much for him.
I wouldn't know.
Nor would I, Robert. Nor would I. Oh, it's certainly getting exciting now. The ball's going from end to end. Here comes Björkan. Oh, skips round one challenge. He's into the box. Oh, good tackle there from Alston. No foul needed here for Orkney. But the ball comes out to the edge of the box. Shot comes in. It's blocked from Olsen.
Yep. Panic stations in
Hitra,
there.
come again. Valentine.
Oh, for goodness
Valentine
sake.
is completely taken out there.
For goodness.
Claimed the ball.
Oh, he makes...
So absolutely no need for that follow-through challenge. He just caught Liam Valentine quite heavily. And quite rightly, he should earn a yellow card here.
Yeah, I think... yeah. I don't...
The Hitra player won't regale us with his number yet.
Yeah, it's a big...
Number 4, it's Romuald.
Yeah, it's a big ball.
Our favourite big man up top.
I don't think there's any malice in it. I think what's happened is he's absolutely shattered.
Yes.
And his legs were doing things that his brain wasn't engaging
Well,
with.
I'm just looking at Anders Southerbo in front of me, number 22. His head's right down, his hands are on his knees. Why haven't Hitra made any changes?
I don't know.
I know they've had a couple of players crossed off the list.
Are they short?
They had a few players crossed off their team list that weren't available, and of course they had a sending off yesterday. But that's still, and they haven't got a full complement of 23, but that still leaves them 20 players. So who knows?
I don't know answers on the postcard to that one, but
yeah, if anyone who knows Hitran football is listening, perhaps.
Because they definitely have need a bit of fresh blood in there just to give them a wee shot in the arm like Orkney have given themselves.
Exactly.
And it's made a major difference.
They've needed guidance, they've needed management, and they haven't had it. Is that a change?
It looks like it, yeah. That's Toby McLeod went off because he was...
So it's another one for Orkney.
Yeah, 14's come on, and
that's Lee Rendell.
Lee Rendell, yeah.
Has replaced Toby McLeod. He's had an excellent game, Toby McLeod.
First class game.
Well, he's not got on the score sheet himself. He's done everything but, hasn't he?
He's led the line beautifully. Him and George in the first instance, and then when Liam and Fleck came on. There we go.
And there goes the final whistle.
Yeah.
It was literally a cameo for Lee Rendell, but the final whistle goes, and it's job done for Orkney.
Yep.
Goals from Jay Fobister.
On that second half showing, yeah, just about deserved it.
They did deserve it on that second half. They were much better.
Much better in the second half.
Hitra, I think they put themselves out too early, run themselves into the ground, pressing hard in that first half.
Yeah,
and then the second half, they ran out of steam.
Yeah.
But credit to them, they certainly made a game of it. It's been an excellent game of football here at Kirkwall Grammar School, Rob.
Yeah, beautiful.
So looking ahead now for Orkney, the stern challenge of Isle of Man.
Isle of Man, big test, but you know, nothing to fear because they've won their first 2 games, so they can go into the game full of confidence with the home support, and if they put the same quality in the second half into the game, they could get something out of it.
Well, Isle of Man had a thumping win over Hitra yesterday. That will also have taken its toll on the Norwegian island team. But we shall see how it goes. Orkney are now in pole position to advance to the semi-finals with 2 wins out of 2 for the hosts. Yep. Many thanks to Rob for joining us and your excellent analysis this afternoon. It's been a pleasure having you here with us.
Thanks, Matt.
Many thanks to all of you out there watching or listening, wherever you may be in the world. It's been great having you. And I will be back on commentating on a game a little bit later from here. So join us then. Take care.